line. When everything falls apart, it doesn't come crashing down all at once. It's the little things, the quiet signs that slowly chip away at you. That night, I waited for Samantha to come home. Midnight passed, and my patience wore thin. She had gone out with her friends, claiming she needed space. But when the door finally creaked open and I saw her, my stomach dropped. Her hair was disheveled like she'd been caught in a storm. Her clothes were torn at the edges, hanging loosely. And there was something else, something I couldn't ignore. A faint, unmistakable wetness on her thighs. I froze. The air around her smelled of cologne. But not hers. Not mine. Someone else's. A stranger's. I helped her into bed after cleaning her up. "What happened, Sam?" I asked, trying to sound calm, trying to convince myself there was an explanation. But her glassy, unfocused eyes refused to meet mine. She mumbled through the haze of alcohol. Her words made my chest tighten. It didn't mean anything. Just once. "I'm sorry." Those words hit harder than anything I'd ever felt. Sorry for what? I wanted to scream. I wanted to demand answers, but I didn't. Not then. Not while she was like that. I swallowed the lump in my throat, tucked her in, and walked out of the room. My heart wanted to hope, but my gut whispered the truth. Something had happened. Something I wasn't sure I could forgive. The next morning, when the alcohol had worn off, I was determined to get answers. And I had a feeling I wasn't ready for the truth. Samantha woke up groaning, clutching her head like it might split open. I could hear her moving around, probably trying to piece the night together. Meanwhile, I sat silently in the kitchen, staring at the undeniable evidence. I hadn't slept. My mind wouldn't stop replaying her slurred words, the smell, the things I saw. I needed the truth. She walked in wearing the same wrinkled clothes. Her eyes were red, tired. She looked confused until she saw the photos on the table. I had taken them the night before. Not out of cruelty, but to process what I couldn't yet understand. A close-up of the stains, a faint handprint on her waist. "Do you even remember what you did last night?" I asked, my voice trembling from pain, not anger. Her face fell. Panic. Guilt. Realization. She knew. Samantha broke down right there in the kitchen. "I'm sorry," she sobbed. "I didn't mean for it to happen. It was a mistake. A mistake." The words sliced through me. "You didn't just trip and fall into this," I said. "You chose it. You went to that bar, got drunk, and let another man sleep with you." She tried to explain, justifying it with her state of mind, but it didn't move me. Her tears felt hollow. That was when it hit me. She wasn't apologizing for me, she was trying to soothe herself. That hurt most of all. She didn't fully grasp the damage she'd done. I stood up, looked her in the eye, and said, "I need some air." Then I walked out, leaving her with the wreckage she'd created. You can't just let something like that go, not when trust has been shattered. I tried. God knows I tried. But the questions haunted me. Who was he? Why her? And for how long? She'd mentioned a name. Adam. With that, I started digging. Social media made it easy. Adam was everything you'd expect, polished, successful, charming. But the real punch. He was married. With kids. His Instagram showed a seemingly perfect family, vacations, birthdays, cozy Sunday mornings. He looked like a man who had it all. So had I. Look where it got me. They followed each other. This wasn't random. They knew one another. I needed to know more. Late at night, while she slept, I unlocked her phone. The messages were casual, but damning. Adam knew she'd be at the bar. Their chat wasn't long, but it didn't have to be. It was planned. Not a mistake. Deliberate. That night, I made a decision. Adam's wife deserved to know. Charlotte. She had the right, just like I did. I messaged her gently, asking to meet. She agreed. A quiet cafe downtown, neutral ground. Charlotte was already there. Neatly dressed, polite, a nervous edge in her voice. She smiled when she mentioned Adam. I saw the love in her eyes. That made it worse. "Your husband had an affair with my wife," I said simply. Her face changed in an instant. Disbelief, confusion. I laid the evidence on the table. Screenshots. Photos. A recording of my wife saying his name. Charlotte took it all in. Her hands trembled. Her face turned pale, but she didn't cry. Not yet. When she finally spoke, her voice was broken but calm. Thank you for telling me. I nodded, stood up, and left. It wasn't about revenge. It was about truth. My marriage was already over. His wouldn't be untouched. Back home, nothing felt the same. Samantha tried. Tears. Promises. Notes tucked into my coat, on my pillow. Please don't give up on us. She cooked my favorite meals, tried to talk, begged for counseling. But every time I looked at her, all I saw was betrayal. I wanted to forgive her. A part of me did. But trust, once broken, is almost impossible to rebuild. One night, she fell to her knees, sobbing, pleading. Please, Brad. I love you. I'll do anything. I don't think so, I said. Quiet. Final. She crumbled on the floor, her body shaking with sobs. Maybe for the first time, she felt a fraction of my pain. The silence that followed was suffocating. No more shouting. No more attempts. Just the weight of what she had done. I spent those days preparing. Reviewing finances. Sorting documents. Reflecting. Was any of it enough to stay? No. One morning, I walked into the living room. She was there, broken. I held the divorce papers in my hand. You made your choice that night, I said. This is mine. Her eyes widened. Brad, please. Don't do this. We can fix it. I shook my head. I've thought about it every way. But I don't see you the same. I can't see us the same. She collapsed again, clinging to my hand, begging. But I